sell a property using power of attorney in Hull, Goole and East Yorkshire. There comes a time when parents are no longer able to care for their affairs. During this period there may be a need to sell their property to allow them to take the next steps on their life journey. If this happens, you will need to use a power of attorney to sell their house. A power of attorney is not just for selling property, it allows someone to deal with someone's affairs on their behalf, including legal matters. Using a power of attorney to sell a property. It's possible that your parent or family member may have already put in place a named power of attorney. This could be a son or daughter or part of the extended family. However, this is uncommon. It is more common for people not to have considered this. If there is no designated power of attorney, it is something that needs to be raised with your family member, whether this be your mum or dad, sister or brother. You need to do this while they are in good mental health. If they are not thought to have the mental capacity to make this decision, you will need professional help to be able to gain a power of attorney. This is much more difficult and expensive. A medical professional will have to find them unable to take care of their own affairs. Selling your parents' house. Once you have the power of attorney in place, it allows you to make the decisions that are necessary to deal with someone's affairs. One of these decisions may be to sell your parents' home. The power of attorney is the key mechanism to allow decisions to be made on their behalf. How to get a house ready to sell. Once you have the power of attorney, you have the authority to sell the property and need to understand how to get a house ready to sell. This can be more challenging if your parents are living in the home. This can lead to your sell your parents' home yourself, for sale by owner. You may decide to sell your parents' home yourself. This may be to minimize the disruption to your parents from unusual people visiting their home. However, this means that you have to take on the role of the estate agent. This can be a large responsibility and particularly stressful if you've never had to organize viewings, repair and tidy a home, negotiate with buyers and organize solicitors. If you use an estate agent, it can be difficult for your parents. They will have one stranger bringing other strangers into their home. Yet, if you do a for sale by owner, then you will be the one showing the house. Aside from having to show the house, there are many other tasks that come with this way of selling. You have the job of letting people know it's on the market for sale. You will need to research the market and determine how much to list the home for. If you don't advertise the house in the correct price range, you may not attract any viewings. You need to choose the best way to advertise the home, whether in newspapers or online. How to sell your parents' house fast for cash. Selling your parents' home fast may be the best option for you and your parents. It is an option that allows you to sell the house for cash. You can make this decision on behalf of your parents if you have the power of attorney. There are professional investors who specialize in buying homes for cash. They will determine a fair price for the home, based on a range of factors, including the condition of the home. They will not expect you to do any repairs or improvements, they will want to buy the house as is. Sell your parents' house without the hassle and stress. Selling your parents' house is stressful. Selling a property using a power of attorney takes time and money, and can take many months if you use an estate agent or try to do it yourself. Don't wait for the house to get sold. If you need your parents' house sold quickly, for a fair price and without stress and hassle, selling to a cash buyer is your best option.